Auto loan interest rates for December 2023 have finally dropped, so let's talk about it. If you don't know, my name's Tommy. I've been in the car business most of my adult life, done sales, done finance, and now I negotiate car deals. Enough about me, let's talk about interest rates. If you haven't seen this series before, I'm gonna give you everything you need to know about interest rates in 2023. I'm gonna give you all the public rates, all the private rates, and all the incentivized rates at the end. Let's get into it. We're gonna start off by talking about private credit unions. If you don't know what private credit unions are, they're essentially credit unions that you have to have qualifications to join. Not everybody can join them, but if we're looking at ABD Credit Union, they have rates as low as 3.25. So if you're able to join them, that is definitely the best rates in the market. Obviously, if I don't bring it up, Navy Fed also still has crazy competitive rates. They're gonna be a little bit more publicly available. Interest rates at 4.54, definitely something below most market value. Again, that was new, so I'll give you used as well, so you understand that new and used is different. There is a pretty big gap right now between new and used with every credit union I'm seeing. Now for the used car winner, we are going to Consumer Credit Union. Again, they are stepping up. Used interest rates at 6.63. Their new rates are not bad at all at 6.34, but we all know there's somebody better that's going to do new car rates that isn't incentivized. If you've watched this channel before, you know it's no surprise that PenFed comes up top. They have interest rates still below 6% at 36 months, but at 60 months, it's still 6.09. A lot of these credit unions will go really low at 36 and then jack it up at 60 because most people aren't doing 36 months loans. They keep it pretty comparable all the way up to 60 months and then getting a big bump at 72. Now let's get what everybody's really waiting for, incentivized rates. I'm actually gonna do these in alphabetical order, and I'm only talking about brands that I think are worth talking about right now. Yes, there's gonna be other brands that have crazy rates. I understand it. If you guys wanna talk about it in the comments, you can, but I wanna touch on the brands that actually have decent interest rates and that I'm impressed with that you should buy. First off, Audi. Everything 2023 is on 2.99%. Great interest rates, so if you're able to find a 2023 model and some 2024s and like the e-trons, a lot of electric cars have crazy incentives, so understand if it's electric, you're probably gonna get a pretty good deal. Speaking of electric, BMW on all their i models all have low interest rate, 1.9, 2.9, and 3.99. The only thing I don't see on here is the i5. I wasn't gonna bring up Ford, but they honestly have some pretty darn good rates. So if you're interested in Ford, they definitely have some things up. 0% on multiple different models, 0.9% on the Bronco, the Mach-E, I love that 0%. The Expedition even has 0.9%. Definitely some great interest rates to be considering. I'm a big fan of what Genesis is doing right now. I think they make some really beautiful cars and SUVs. All their SUVs are 4.49, and that's not as exciting, but their cars are getting as low as 2.49. So it's something to keep considering if you're willing to buy one of their cars on one of their 2023s or 2024s in the SUV. I almost didn't include GMC, but here it is, 0.9% on their trucks, 4.99 on their heavy duties, not bad, I guess. Hyundai is unlocking every single promotion there is. I feel like as the second they started getting more and more inventory, they started launching deals so they can go back into an inventory shortage. So if you're getting a Tucson or Santa Fe, that is 0%, no payments, 90 days, and $2,500 cash back. Obviously, I told you electric cars always a good deal. You're always gonna get great incentive rates, but on any of Hyundai's, you're probably gonna get a pretty darn good rate. Leasing doesn't look as great for Hyundai. Financing looks great on that side. It's disappointing not to see the Telluride on the Kia form, but we can also see obviously electric cars are getting good deals. The Soul is fine if you want to buy that car. I'm not a big fan, but the Sorento 1.9%, I would say that's a win if you're buying a 2023. Now this is pretty impressive. Lexus stepping up with the interest rates, 2.49 on almost all models, 2023, 2024. The NX and the RX are both on there, so they're not joking around. 2.49 is a great rate right now, and if you're buying a Lexus, this is something I would be jumping on. You guys know I like Mazda, and their rates are always pretty darn competitive. It does make sense to lease a lot of Mazdas, especially with MSDs, but 0.9%, 1.9%, and 2.9% is actually a little bit higher than it has been. I'd be looking at leasing a Mazda versus purchasing, but that's just my personal opinion. You guys will hear it from me time and time again. If a manufacturer has incentivized rates on almost everything, it means they're really struggling, and Nissan is really struggling in sales right now, so they have incentivized rates on almost everything, but some cars that I would note that I personally like. For example, the Murano at 0%, that's a pretty darn good car. They are gonna redesign it probably in the next year, so understand that. The Ultima is also a pretty darn good car. You get cash back in 0%, not bad at all. The Aria, it's not as impressive as people thought. It definitely had a lot of hype and hasn't really lived up to it, in my personal opinion. Frontier has great lease deals. I would definitely look at leasing versus buying a Frontier. And I left Honda off because the rates weren't anything crazy, but I am gonna put Toyota because at least they stepped up a little bit on quite a few of their models. The RAV4, for example, 3.99 on their 2023, same with the Highlander. So definitely trying to get that 2023 stock out. So understand if you're buying a 2023, you're definitely gonna get a better interest rate and probably a better deal. And that is all the rates. I could go through every brand, every manufacturer, but I talked about the deals that I thought were important and worth talking about. So if you guys like content like this, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are awesome. If you need anything, thank you guys. Have a great day.